Hi guys, this is Kieran from Football Obsession. Welcome to another episode. Today I've got Harry with me, who's featured on a few episodes before. How are you, Harry?
I'm doing all right, mate. Thank you.
That's good. I've got some materials here, like in terms of like we're doing an Ollie in, Ollie out debate. I've mentioned it a few times. I did originally plan to have one of the big football Twitter accounts, United Falcon, on. However, he's got an exam, so if you are watching this, United Falcon, good luck. And if you hear me coughing as well, I have had a COVID test and I've tested negative, but I've got a bad cough. So I just want to let you guys know of that. So I'm gonna give a sort of explanation to why I'm doing this, because I've tried to avoid this at all costs, as I think it's a very controversial thing to discuss on a new channel. So I couldn't understand around a month ago that why are people Ollie out? Like I've seen what he's done, how he's turned around, and I've seen with me, I'm of the opinion of Ollie. Hope Ollie is good enough. Right now, I'm starting to believe maybe he's not, but I would still class myself as Ollie in. Would you class yourself as Ollie out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be very honest. Around a year ago, to we brought in Bruno. I was actually proper Ollie out after we got beat by Burnley 2-0. That was a breaking point for me. I was like, nah, I can't do it. Get out of the club. And then when Hernandez came in, we went on that. I think we're like a 15 game unbeaten run, I think, in the league. And obviously, that was a good time because Solskjær was winning. Then his first actual season, well, I think it was
last season. Was his first season? Was it?
No. In fact, no. His first full season, out Maguire and all that.
Yeah.
That season, I said, oh, okay, this will be kind of a no pressure season for me. As I give managers personally 3 years to the first year is like is sort of the building stage. That's okay. Second season's like the okay. Can we get an FA Cup and top four? That's the second stage, and then that third season stage, the big boys, the Champions League and the league. So the first season, I was fine with. Last season, I was surprised we got to the Europa League final, which we should never have been in it in the first place.
Yeah, completely.
So we went to that. Who lost in the FA Cup to Leicester. Very tactically very poor. Now what? At this time last season, I was Ollie in. Last season, I was Ollie in a little bit, right? Then we got knocked out in the Carabao Cup by City. That was unhandleable because it's City. Then the league. At that Sheffield United game point, I was like, okay, if we win this game tonight, I am positive.
Yeah.
We lost that game 2-1.
Really badly as well. Like, sorry to interrupt you there. It's not just with the losing the game. Obviously, losing that game to bottom place is literally unacceptable. But losing the game and performing terribly, and that team not just having the game of their life was unacceptable. We didn't even try.
It was awful. And the thing is that at that point, I was like, am I starting to question Solskjær? Is he like the questioning stage? And then obviously, if we got top four, that one of the boxes ticked off for me for the second season, but the trophy issue. That is what got me a little bit okay. Let's see if we this season. And so far this season, in what 6 Prem games? Is it?
I've got a screenshot here. 7 Premier League games.
Right. So in 7 games, only Leeds at home was our best game. Newcastle, Ronaldo vibe.
I feel like that was a very good game, that Newcastle game, though.
That Leeds game was the best I've seen us play football
in a long time. Yeah, since we beat Southampton 9-0.
It was top class. So,
however, let me just interrupt you there. And obviously, we're talking about the league table here, and there is obviously a lot of layers to it, to this debate. Like actually having a sensible debate rather than just screaming like Ollie in or screaming Ollie out. And if you actually look at the league table just by pure numbers, it doesn't look as bad as it feels right now.
No, it doesn't. But
it feels like we're in a really bad situation.
You know what it is, right? In terms of the league table, United fans who are Ollie in will say, "Oh, well, look at Chelsea, look at City. They're on roughly the same record as us." Yeah, but by the end of November, they're going to be gone.
Yeah,
we're going to be because here is the thing, right? Last season, Solskjaer's record against the Big Six was I think 1 win. No, I lie. 2 wins, 4 draws, and I think lost to Liverpool, lost to Arsenal.
I don't think we lost to Liverpool.
Yeah, we did 4-2.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we did. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Right. So
I was thinking we're in the cup when we beat him.
Fine. See, his record was awful, right? Now this isn't right. This month we've got Leicester, Atalanta, Liverpool, then I think we've got then we've got Atalanta again away, I think.
And we've got City at some point soon as well.
City, Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal. Them on Watford, right? Them 8 games, right? That's what 9. Wait, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24 points up for grabs, right?
Yeah.
We are going to get 10 because I don't want to be negative, but let me be honest, right? The form that Liverpool are on, yes, Old Trafford, and the record isn't really the best at our ground. But when you've got an on-form Salah, one thing I'm worried about is Liverpool and Chelsea. I'm not worried about City.
Okay.
City. I don't think they're prime land, and they're really not. Liverpool could quite easily beat us 4-0. Chelsea.
I don't think they could beat us 4-0. I think we're better than that personally.
I know, but if you look at our last 7 results, right? One of our 7 have been games was comfortable. Newcastle, we scraped it because of Ronaldo saving us, right?
Well, I wouldn't say we scraped it. I would say we played very well in that Newcastle game.
West Ham, that should have been a 1-1 draw. Or I think I scored
or 2-2 as well.
Yeah, or 2-2, right? Then it was, I think it was Wolves. That might be one of the worst 1-0 scrape games.
They should have beat us about 4-1. Yeah, it should have been about 4-0 up in the first half. It was
shocking. Adama was shocking. All right, and there's that. Young boys don't want to get into that woeful.
Well, let me just speak about that game there. It's obviously unacceptable to lose that young boys game. Like, there's absolutely no doubt about that. But I would say people are underestimating how well young boys actually played. I think they played out of the skin, like they played.
Oh no, yeah. I give them full props. The only issue I have with it is is Solskjaer had on his bench Martial and Mason. So obviously you think, okay, Ronaldo will come off one of them. Why would you bring on Jesse Wingard, who is technically a cam / winger. Jesse Lingard was isolated up front, and only wait until the 88th minute to bring on Martial, right? Right. If you are right, let's again for example here, right? Let's say for example, 99, right? The final, right? Alex Ferguson will bring on Ole Gunnar Solskjær for I think Dwight York. I could be wrong.
But let me just interrupt you there again, though. If you actually look like the Martial stats at that point, it was 1 goal in 21 appearances for us, which is unacceptable. And if you look at Lingard's stats, he'd already had 2 goals this season, or one goal maybe.
What annoyed me about that game is you had 2 technically 1 number 9 type striker in Greenwood, right, on your bench. Surely, surely any manager with a common brain would know, okay, Ronaldo, you're off, you're tired. Mason Greenwood, you're on. Right. If I'm a manager, I'm 1-1, right? I'm thinking, okay, Fernandes, you're on still. Pogba, you come off.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba was isolated. He could not create nothing because again, I'll say this here because I always say this here. After 3 years, I don't know Solskjaer's football.
No, I think it's counter-attacking, but I just want to ask you this question: do you think with another manager, let's say Graham Potter, for example, I'm not going to say a Pep Guardiola or Thomas Tuchel because it's literally impossible to get them. Do you think another manager could do better with this squad?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Because let's take Potter for example, right? He's currently what, 5th in the league, right? Yeah.
He's 6th, but level on points, with us as well.
With Neil Maupay, Danny Welbeck, because there's 2 strikers, right? Yeah. We are scraping right now 3rd with Ronaldo, Champions League winner, Raphael Varane, back usual winner, Paul Pogba, World Cup winner.
But you've got to look at the weak links in the team. Like, if they had our midfield, would they be doing as good as they are? I don't think they would.
But here's the thing, though, right? Graham Potter, even with McFred, right? Graham Potter, I know for a fact his midfield 2 would either be one of these 2 combinations, Fred and Pogba or Matic and Donny, because I watched us v Wolves and us v West Ham in the FA Cup. FA Cup game this season and last year against West Ham. Even though we lost, Donny van de Beek and Matic to my man of the matches. Those 2 controlled. In the midfield battle-wise, those 2 dominated from start to finish. And look, if Ole Gunnar Solskjær doesn't believe that Matic can play 2 games a week, why is he still here? Same for Juan Mata, right? Look,
Mata can't even play 1 game, like 1 full game.
Exactly, right. I love Juan Mata. I adore the man to bits. But come on, let's be realistic and keep it honest. Juan Mata isn't what it used to be, and we signed.
If Juan Mata had legs, like if he could run, he'd be like one of the best players ever.
Oh yeah, mate. If Juan Mata had his 2014 legs and we first bought, he'd be our best player.
Yeah.
And that's me saying it. Ronaldo and Pogba and Fernandes and I think Mata would be our best player because
he's technically so good.
Oh, he's. See, the thing is though, right? Is Jose Mourinho misuse Juan Mata? Van Gaal misuse Mata? I will give Solskjaer credit where it's due. He has used one matter in his correct position finally. I've what nearly 9 years at the club, nearly that.
I can't believe he's been here for nearly 9 years.
It's insane. But in that time, always used him somewhat correctly, right? That's what I mean. But what I wanted to touch on was the fact that I know Solskjær or you fans and I know Solskjær. I'm quite passionate when it comes to our football club.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And I have lived through a little bit of Fergie. Same for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen my team go to 3 UCL finals and win one. So the 2 heartbreak or one win.
And you can't even you can't say we should have won that game in 2010 because we were playing against literally the best football team in history ever.
At that time, Barcelona were
that team is the best team ever, regarded as one of the best teams ever.
Barca in 09 and I think 2011, right? When we faced Barca in both of the games, I will give Pep credit where it's due. Not as much in the 2011 game, but in the 09 game, he outplayed Fergie.
He outplayed Fergie and he had a better team, but
for sure. But the thing is, right, is when Fergie left, I had fans telling me in primary school, I was still going to be the same team. I knew at like 8 or 9, we ain't going to be the same team. David Moyes comes in. It was his first signing.
Was it Marlon Fellaini?
Fellaini, this guy, right, ready for this. He got relegated in Belgium to a second division. Well, went to I think the French league, got relegated again. Went to Everton. Okay, he's somewhat.
He's a decent Premier League player, but he was never a player for United. Never.
But I think at the same time, Thiago Alcantar's contract expired. I think Barcelona, and we bring in Fellaini.
It's mad.
And then Van Gaal comes in. We had, I think in the summer, like 6, 7 players. Four of them were gone by January. Then we have Mourinho, somewhat a little bit better. Ibra comes in, Pogba. That first season under Jose is the best I've seen us do in terms of success.
I disagree. I can't if you're talking about the way we played, I can't agree. There's something that tells me.
I'm based upon success alone.
Okay.
On success, that's our best season ever for Fergie, right? Second season, he got Lukaku. It comes second. Now I want you to keep this third season in your head here, right? We got Fred the Grant. Jose was sacked 4 or 5 months later.
It was terrible recruitment from the club getting Fred as well.
Solskjær's third season. Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, Ronaldo, right? Jose and Mourinho walked in now October, right? In October, Jose, it was like 6th that team, and rightly so because the team he had was woeful, right? Solskjær is 2 points of 6th place, right? With a world-class
2 points off. 2 points off. Yeah, but he's also 2 points off first place. I don't know.
I see. But
it's very tight at the moment, the league table.
It is. But I don't like getting negative. I'm not. I know people are just on United
There's two extremes where it's very Ole out and trying to force this man out of the club.
I'll admit, I am Ole out, but I'm not one of outers who want my team to lose 10 games in a row. Like,
oh yeah, nah. Like you always want your team to win, of course, 100%.
Mate.
Otherwise, what's the point in watching the games?
Yeah, the thing is, right, right, let's say, right, we're in the league with Ali. I don't care about Solskjaer in that case. I'm happy for a team.
I'm happy for Solskjaer at that point as well.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, right, I, going into this month, I'm scared.
Oh, same, yeah.
Because we could be 10th by.
I think we're in a really bad situation as a club because the results, our current form isn't good at all. It's just not. But if you look at where we are in the league, it's not as bad as it feels.
No.
However, and there's no there is no urgency to sack Solskjaer as there shouldn't be right now, in my opinion.
No, of course not.
Because of where we are. But the performances have to change and fast.
It's been quite poor.
Very fast. Sorry, you're cutting out there. Are you there, yeah? Sorry, guys. It's not even live as well. It cut out there. Did you hear what I said, yeah?
Yeah.
So the performances have to change and fast.
Of course.
But what I described the time we've had with Ollie is the good times are really good. And the bad times are seriously bad performances. There's no in between.
No, there's not. Do you know what it is, right? The only way that the Solskjaer goes is if top four's gone. A gentleman who Jose was sacked. Top four was gone by Christmas.
It was basically gone, yeah.
Top four.
And Ollie got us into that race, and then we lost 12 on the bounce.
Yeah. And I'm worried because look, right. Ronaldo and Varane came to play in the Champions League. Sancho signed to play in the Champions League.
We bought Sancho as a right winger to only just play him on the left. When he did well last night against Andorra. I know it's only against Andorra.
Last night I watched the England game, bro. Sancho was phenomenal. That assist he pulled off. What an assist, by the way. But the point is though, right? Is I do not want to ever see Ronaldo play in Europa League.
It'll upset me.
If we finish in Europa League spot, that career of Ronaldo,
he'll go. Ronaldo will go.
If we finish below fourth, Ronaldo, Sporting, Madrid. Take him because
I just want to interrupt there. Sorry. I just want to interrupt because we're both mentioning about the style of play, sort of hearing you, and you mentioning about like the sort of identity. So Danny Blind, obviously Daley Blind's dad, who Daley Blind obviously played for us. He's come out this morning. I don't know if you've seen the exact comments. I've got them here. He said, "What is the identity of this Manchester United team? What is his plan? It is exactly that what is missing with Solskjaer. There is no tactic. There is not a tactical plan. His team are not able to put pressure on their opponents like Manchester City. It does not always have to be full pressing, but we don't see any of it. Everything in the United team is based on the individual qualities of players. They have those qualities, and it often gets a result for the team, but it's never a team result. It has not been looking good in a number of matches. United struggle to be dominant. That is the whole problem." And I do sort of agree with that. But then, once we've discussed this, I'm going to go on to a quote which from someone which I've disagreed with a lot of United opinions recently about, in Peter Schmeichel, sort of backing Solskjaer. So these contrasted opinions, and I just want to say, I've never really seen at Old Trafford people saying, "I want this manager out now," bar now, like the past two games that I've been at Old Trafford. It's sort of spilling out of people saying this manager's not good enough, he's got to go. And I've never really seen that before. So that's also fueled another reason why I need to sort of discuss this, because it's getting so loud that it's so hard to ignore.
Do you know what it is? Right, I don't know if you've seen it. It was in the round on Twitter. Alex Ferguson was talking to Khabib.
Yeah.
He's a UFC fighter. And he said to Khabib that Ronaldo should have played. Like even Sir Alex, his questions Solskjaer.
Well, we were all in when I was in Old Trafford at that point, and like I didn't manage to get starting lineup on my phone because I didn't have signal, but like someone else managed to get it on, and it's obviously when these whispers around the ground, everyone starts discussing it. And it was like Martial was starting, and I know people say people have agendas against Martial, but he genuinely does not offer anything, and he didn't offer anything bar that goal. Like he was rubbish, and everyone was like, "Why is he starting?" And it's like you've got to choose your best 11. I don't understand why you are. But although some people are saying rotate more, and then some people are saying and then same people are saying use your best 11. So it's sort of a very confusing scenario for me because I'm in the middle of that. Use your best 11, but also rotate. It's a very difficult and contradicting situation.
I agree about rotating a team, but I love Marshall. I've always loved him, but if you're Cavani and you're seeing Martial start, you're thinking, hang on a minute, I'll play with Neymar and Icardi and Zlatan, and I'm playing with Anthony Martial. What am I going to get myself into?
Would you sell him in January to Newcastle?
Yeah, okay. because with Newcastle, and I'll answer that as a takeover in the way.
Sorry, you've cut out a bit there. Both our Wi-Fi's
guy.
Sorry, you were cutting out there.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
So if he goes to Newcastle, I have a feeling that the field will be quite high. Simply because we will charge Newcastle 60 million for him.
And they would pay it as well because they're going to spend half money on players.
I know what. See, we all hate our owners. We hate them, the passion. But one thing they're smart at is business, and I will get a fee out of Martial. They'll go to the wire. Him with the Lukaku to Inter.
75 million we got.
It took Inter 4 bids to get past us. 4 bids. And every time he messed up. But fourth bid, realistically, he should have gone for about 45. But 75 was a robbery, right? I could see Martial going for 60 because, as he said before, they will pay that because they have the funds to do it. But Martial suits their style of play.
I'm not sure. I don't think he suits the Premier League. I really don't. I think he may go back to France and do well.
Because let's say you could see Bruce is gone. I love Bruce, but he's gone.
He'll go. That 100% he's gone.
Yeah.
But I just want to say the way I don't obviously know the ins and outs of how Steve Bruce has apparently slagged Newcastle fans off, although I know he's a Newcastle fan himself. Just looking from a perspective and as just a general football fan, and I've mentioned this quite a few times, and it's relevant to this debate. I would never try to force a manager out of a club. Steve Bruce has come out in the past few days, and he's said he's received things through his letterbox at his house, hate mail and stuff like that. So, and this is what this sort of stuff leads to when it's, I hate this manager, it sort of fuels this toxicity. This is why I would rather have a sensible debate rather than like screaming at a camera saying, I want this manager out, or this manager is good enough in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? It's normally somewhere in the middle. So just relevant to the debate, I would never try to force a manager out.
And do you know though, like Newcastle will get either Conte or Zidane.
Yeah, I think they'll get Conte or Zidane. I think they'll get Mbappe as well. I genuinely do.
Look, their signings, right? I said this, right? In the summer, you've got Paul Pogba out of contract.
Yeah.
Mbappe
out of
contract. If you're right, if you're Mbappe and Newcastle are going to offer you what let's say
$1 million a
50,
week. They've got the funds to offer him $1 million a week.
Oh yeah, right. If you're Mbappe and it's the facts here, and this is going to sound laughable, but it's true. Newcastle can outpay Real Madrid.
It's madness. It's absolutely madness.
Newcastle.
It should never have happened, and I would not want the Newcastle owners at United.
But the scary thing is though, is now Newcastle are going to guarantee himself top 4. They are. But here's the thing though, and it's what lies in Solskjaer is that if Newcastle get relegated, right, let's just say they do.
Yeah.
There'll be a team in the Championship
with the richest team in the world, basically.
Club. And I think the owner. I think she's called something.
Is it Ben Salman or something like that? It's
right.
Something like that.
But his wife said in an interview that it's the best club in the world. So I'm pretty sure that she's forgot about United.
But they've got to say that. They've literally just.
Oh yeah, of course.
And it's obviously they're going to try and market it in the way that City's owners have marketed it to sort of hide the fact what they allegedly did.
Right? If you're an owner, right, or you're a billionaire, right? What club would you to invest in more? Newcastle or Manchester United? United because look, Old Trafford, it is the biggest ground in the league. That's the thing, right? We're the most prestigious club in the league. In my opinion, they're the best club in the world. We are that.
But no one can actually buy United right now. I don't know if you've seen. The Glazers did own 100% of Manchester United a few months ago. Now they own 69%. They've sold 31% in shares. Them shares, I'm not sure if they have the same voting rights as the Glazer family, but it's a positive looking forward. But we sort of gone off topic here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get onto the Schmeichel quote here. I don't know if you've seen this. Peter Schmeichel has said, "I think it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous." In brackets, calls from Manchester United fans to sack Solskjaer. Do they want another Louis van Gaal or Jose Mourinho? What do they want? It's been tried. Bringing in the so-called big-name managers, they don't have the same care and attention to detail in the youth and development and DNA of the club as Ole has. That period before him, Solskjaer, a lot of players came in and a lot of coaches left. So everything needs to be rebuilt. I hope people understand that it takes time. Remember, we finished runners-up last season. If we can do that again, it will still be very good. So give Ole time. Let's not throw all these big headlines out there saying Ole out, because the next question is who. If anyone can come up with a manager who's guaranteed to do better, then I'm willing to debate that. But at the moment, I don't see that name out there. See, I see Ten Hag's name thrown about a lot. I see Conte. I definitely wouldn't want Conte at United. Too defensive. Zidane. I'm not denying Zidane's not a good manager. However, I do not think he'd be a good fit for United. I think he would be similar to Mourinho in the ego sense. And it just didn't fit at United at all. So Ten Hag is proven in the Champions League, but he's not proven in the Premier League. So there's no manager out there really that is guaranteed to do better results. If Solskjaer was to be sacked, I'd bring in Graham Potter personally. Who would you bring in if Solskjaer was to be sacked?
If Solskjaer was sacked, I would bring in either Ten Hag or Graham Potter. But let's be honest, it's our club. We are the big names.
Yeah.
And you don't get bigger than Conte and Zidane. You don't get bigger. Maybe no. Pepper, but Zinedine Zidane is a big name, right?
Of course, he's like a headline, like a household name.
Oh yeah, exactly. And the thing with Zidane is he's managed Ronaldo and Varane, and he would. and he knows how to use.
I'm not sure he'd know how to use the likes of Marcus Rashford, especially
No,
Marcus Rashford.
I disagree with that because
Okay.
I'll tell you why. So what's numbers there? They had Vinicius Junior calling in, and Rodrigo, right? Vinicius Junior on the Zidane was phenomenal. On the Zidane, okay, it scored much, but he was creating chances for Benzema and Bale and things like that. And if you're Zidane, right, and options you will have, Edinson Cavani, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mason Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho, yeah, like I agree. Conte is not the one. Conte's basically if Jose Mourinho was Italian.
Yeah. Completely agree.
Antonio Conte. People like to revert to him at Chelsea and his first year. Do you know how much he had a backing from Chelsea? Like he got Kante,
Yeah.
Costa.
Do you think if another manager was brought in, I'm gonna ask you like Zidane or even just Graham Potter, as we've used that name a lot this podcast, do you think that they'd win the league with this squad?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
I disagree. I'm going to tell you why I disagree. Sorry to interrupt you there, sharply. There's, I think there's a few layers to this because I think you can't say, you can't guarantee that this person is going to win the league. Like people can say Ollie bottled the Premier League last season. I don't think he did it. Like what he did is he came second to a City team that won 24 games on the run.
Yes.
Who's going to top that? Do you know what I mean? No team really is going to top that. So I think he did well there to come second, whether the style of play was shit or not. We did well to come second. But I think we still have a few massive weak links in the team that very hard to solve. I think the midfield is obviously a weak link, and I think the right back is a weak link. Personally, I'm not very convinced by Wan-Bissaka. I asked the question on Twitter the other day, and I've been discussing it a few times with my uncle. Would you take pre-injury Tariq Lamptey, just like as lockdown was happening, over Aaron Wan-Bissaka now? I personally would. Would you?
Yes. Now,
okay.
the right back situation, right? I have always liked attacking fullback. I'm not being a favourite of a level type right back who's just defensive only. When we were in with Trippier in the summer, I was all for. I was like, go and get him, bring him in.
Yeah.
Because him and Luke Shaw, you can then have the ability to play a 5-back or a 3-back because then you've got Shaw and Trippier bowling it down, helping Ronaldo and all that, right?
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka is the reason beat by young boys. He's the sole reason for most of goals.
I think he gets away with it a lot as well because the low isn't great.
He does because look, right. In terms of our team, you said that there was multiple weak links. I disagree. There's one.
Okay.
Fred, because once we get a CDM, Harry and Varane do not even need protection.
No,
right?
And I don't think that like people say McFred and McFred as the partnership, McTominay and Fred are not good enough. I don't think Fred's good enough for Manchester United, but I think McTominay is good enough for United as a box-to-box centre mid.
No, I disagree with that because McTominay is a good player, but when you've got Donny van de Beek, a box-to-box midfielder, a Champions League semi-finalist, and you're seeing him do your role, you're thinking, hang on a minute, I've played with Frankie de Jong and all that, and this guy's thinking he can do my role. Like if look, I love Scott. You're on a buzz, but I did a TikTok the other day about Adam McCullough on Monday, and he said the he one of us. He actually gave into challenges, and I think I love Scott because the thing is, he gets into every challenge. He gets stuck into it.
Yeah,
and he has passion. Like when
and like let's say McTominay was in the same situation that Fred was against Everton, never conceding that goal. I'm going to describe this in a very harsh way, and in a way where I'm going to use swearing. So Wan-Bissaka and Fred are in that situation where the ball needs to be trapped or he needs to be taken down. The play needs to be taken down. Like just foul him at all means necessary. Yeah. Take the cunt down is how I describe it. Don't try and injure him. Do you know what I mean? Just take him down. You had the opportunity once to do that. You failed to do that.
Yeah.
You had the opportunity twice to do that. You failed to do that. McTominay isn't giving that away. He's going to just take the foul. He's going to take the necessary card.
I agree with that. I agree. But see, the thing is, right, in terms of a CDM option, I always say in DD, Declan Rice, no, Kessie. Because this guy, and we faced Smolan in the last season, in both games, Kessie was man of the match. Bro, Kessie can play as a 6, as an 8.
And we've been linked with him as well. Would you take? We've been linked with 2 names over the past 2 weeks, Kessie and Calvin Phillips. Now, I don't see a reason why Calvin Phillips will come to United because number one, he's from Yorkshire. He's a Leeds lad. He supports Leeds, etc. Why would you come to United? And number 2, we'd have to pay daft money for him. It'd be 100 million.
Oh yeah. I think Kessie will happen because. One,
it's free and United wouldn't have to pay.
It's a free transfer. 2, it's looking like Pogba might sign a new contract, looking like it. If Pogba
would you keep Pogba if you had the choice?
Yes,
because, I wouldn't.
Because if we get Kessie and keep Paul Pogba, our midfield 3 has to be Fernandes, Pogba, Kessie, and that never changes. Yes, okay, in the Carabao Cup, and Oxford.
That makes me excited to think about. However, the inconsistency of Pogba, he doesn't look interested again.
Yes, I agree. But see, the thing is, right, I've been a fan of Paul Pogba since the first day we bought him, but. Yes, I know Pogba has been inconsistent, and I totally agree. But let's look at the logical here, right? We bought Paul Pogba to carry us. Let's be honest here. Paul Pogba was our big name signing. Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, Sky Sports, BT. They all said that Pogba should win United the league. Come on.
You can't do that with just Andres Pereira next to you. It's impossible.
I like Sky Sports, the pundits, right? But some of them, i.e. Graham chat shit because.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why they've got him on there to chat shit. They've got him on there specifically to get people talking about him.
And the thing is Paul Pogba. Apart from Ronaldo and Varane, is the only UCL finalist.
Yeah.
No, nothing more. Paul Pogba has got to Champions League final. Fernandes hasn't. Rashford hasn't. The thing is, right, is I see a lot of Pogba agendas because he isn't consistent. But the thing is, if we lose Paul Pogba, who will play his role?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you going to rely on Donny Van de
Using
Beek?
Pogba on the left is another weakness of Ole. What you
Yeah,
can't be using Pogba on the left.
But in central midfield, right? A lot of fans don't get this right. We could lose Pogba and Van de Beek in 1 year. Pogba and Van de
With
Beek.
the Van de Beek situation, so I was having a conversation with my driving instructor. I've mentioned this a few times on the channel. It was because I've done 2 videos this week. It was this week. It was earlier this week. I can't remember what day it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's just say he was fuming about Ollie. He's been telling me for months. I started driving lessons again in July, and he's been telling me Ollie's not good enough since July. He said, I respect him as a United legend, but he's not good enough. And I've been saying, I believe in him. And my driving instructor has basically said, the Van de Beek situation, he thinks Ollie is handling it right. He said he thinks Van de Beek doesn't show enough desire. And he just then throws a tantrum, which I disagree with. I think he should be getting more game time, 100%.
Look, right. Donny Van de Beek at Ajax. This guy had blood dripping down his face and was still playing on. He never had, right? So Ten Hag told Donny to come off. He goes to him, no, I'm saying I'm playing doing the bro. Donny Van de Beek. I'm telling you this right now. Van de Beek is a somewhat shit house type player.
He's like a low key shit house type of player. I love that.
He is. The thing is, right? If we bring in a Ten Hag or a Potter, they will make Van de Beek a monster.
Yeah.
And I said this, right? Van de Beek played what, 5 games for us? I think, right? In those 5, not one foot's been put wrong at all. And here's the thing about it is I said to you on your channel way back last year that Van de Beek has always been Paul Pogba's replacement too early.
Yeah.
Because Paul Pogba,
they were planning to lose Pogba.
If COVID hadn't have hit, Pogba was gone. He was you they were going to get him gone. But COVID stopped that from happening, right? So ringing Van de Beek, I'm like, damn, you've actually gone to Madrid. Nah, swivel on that. You have Van de Beek.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, Van de Beek's joined our club. Like he's huge. And for most of the season, he was sat upon our bench. And you know what it is?
Even if Van de Beek does need to show more desire, to not get in the team, to not be picked over the McTominay and Fred partnership is a huge issue. Things have to change that, and I think things will change because Rashford's back now. Like things are different when Rashford's back. It just feels better as well. We love Rashford. He got an honorary graduate doctorate. Love that.
Very proud.
So Rashford will be on the left. Sancho can't be on the left because Rashford's on the left. No. Sancho will be on the right, so Pogba can't be on the left or the right. Pogba will have to go in midfield.
You know what though? Jadon Sancho or Mason Greenwood, and when I base it upon the form, I'm going with Rashford going with Ronaldo. Look, Sancho is a ball, but you can't try dropping on for Mason Greenwood. You can't. But so we face Leicester next week, right? Cavani and Fred can't play for that game away in international, right?
Yeah.
So he has got Pogba, Matic, Donny.
Yeah.
And Pogba, I think, right? I can say this without even blinking. He's playing with Pogba and McTominay. He is starting.
Things have to change though. I think Solskjaer must be sat there now, like let's say right at this moment in time, 10 past 4 on a Sunday afternoon. He's sat at home. he must be, if he's thinking about football, which more than likely he's not, but if he is, he must be thinking, my job is under pressure here. Like Rio Ferdinand starting to doubt me. Fucking Sir Alex Ferguson starting to doubt me. Danny Blind starting to doubt me. Sky are starting to doubt me. Fans from the ground are starting to doubt me. These people, the big people that are starting to doubt him. Gary Neville's doubting him.
You know what it is, though, mate? Do you know what it is? I know it's a little bit sad. We tried the world class gaffer, and they haven't got backed. And it sort of worries me that because we were to bring in a Ten Hag or a Zidane, I know full well they ain't getting backed.
I think it's because Ole is like, we all as fans. Let's be honest. I hope you do anyway. We all love him as a club legend. He's definitely a club legend.
What legend status I adore.
If he leaves, I'll always be thankful to number one, him as a club legend. Number two, as how he's rebuilt this club. Back from we were in the mud at the point.
Oh yeah,
at several points to be fair, and I thought he handled the Super League situation very well, which was gone under the radar.
Well, when he did his press conference, he didn't do a Pep or a Klopp. He sort of tried to avoid into crossfire. And I give Solskjær, I've given Solskjær credit for the press conference that he's done on his spot. The thing is that when Solskjær's under pressure, he goes into prime Fergie. I'm not compared. I know come back. You're having prime Fergie.
But even when we win games. And it feels obviously it's great when we win games.
Yeah.
But going 1-0 down. What do you think that's on Ole?
Going one. You know what it is, right? Is the start of a game. If you're 1-0 down, you know the burden start now. Everyone gets on the wake up. But when we're 1-0 up. It's like right, so we're on from 03 Madrid to 2020. I'm gonna Solskjær sit back. Fred Scott there, cover.
It doesn't work either because giving the ball away, it's unforgivable.
Rafael Varane thinking, Fred, mate, I'm here with Casemiro and Modric. Calm yourself down. Don't shoot for me. The thing is, right, Rafael Varane, in my opinion, so far, is our player of the season. So
I disagree massively. I don't think he's settled in very well.
Because look, I'll tell you why. Rafael Varane has played 6 games for us, right? In every 6 game he's played, he has shown Harry Maguire Twin Love. Do you know what it is? So Maguire is an Audi TT. Rafael Varane's a Rolls Royce because a lot of people say, "Oh, Ramos carried him." Ramos,
you can't be carried and win the Champions League back to back. It's like a sort of troll comment to say that because to win to be in and remain in a team that has won the Champions League back to back to back, it's impossible.
It's insane. And the thing is, right, Rafael Varane, I'll give Solskjær credit. He listened to us. We said
we were linked with Pau Torres again and again and again when we said we need Varane.
We said, Varane, please bring him in. Solskjær delivers that. He brings him in.
Yeah.
That fair play. And you gotta give credit, huge credit to the board because 40 million for him. I mean, look, right, Jose Mourinho, brought his centre back. All of him. He brought in Eric Bailly, who was actually injured, and we brought him. But the point is, right, is even with Rafael Varane and Ronaldo and Pogba and Bruno and Cavani, Solskjaer tactically playing like a championship team because
Yeah.
I know I'm a little bit
It's like sort of over exaggerated, but to make a point, which I
yeah.
understand.
But see, the thing is my two favorite games of Solskjaer. Number one is PSG away.
Oh yeah, of course, it was a great night. Yeah,
That game when Tellers debuted, that game, Solskjaer goes from a back five to a back four,
yeah,
and we win the game comfortably. That, in my opinion, is his best game in charge. Second game of Leeds this season, because we were from start to finish on them, constantly pressure, and I like that from him. But there comes a time where I did a podcast with one of my mates a couple weeks ago, and I'll ask you the question: is Solskjaer's luck running out? Because
yeah. Sorry, go on.
Go on, mate.
I'm going to give an example. We go 1-0 down consistently. It's one of the most frustrating and depressing things to watch. And I always said last season, you can't keep going 1-0 down and keep coming back every game. There's going to be a time where that dries up. And I kept saying it to my uncle. My uncle said, why'd you keep making coming back from 1-0 down sound like a bad thing? And it's not a bad thing. But going 1-0 down in the first place again and again and again and again, Ollie's got to sort that. The coaches have got to sort that. So I'm gonna say Ollie's rebuild, because we're gonna have to conclude this soon, because number one, my computer won't download the video otherwise if it's too long. Number one, the rebuild has been very good. Let's not deny that. And number two, we both agree that we will never try to force a manager out of a club and protest against a manager, which some people have tried to sort of arrange. And like club legend completely. Even if he wasn't a club legend, I would never try to force him out. Me personally, obviously, I go to the games. I'm lucky enough to go to the games. I will always chant his name to the end, just as I would with. I'm going to give an example of Phil Jones. I would always chant his name to the end. And maybe he's not the man. Maybe he is the man before the man. But we don't know who that man is, and that's not up to us to decide.
But do you know what it is, though? I'll finish on this. You talked about Solskjaer's rebuild before. Imagine you're Ten Hag, you're the Dan, you're Potter, right? Let's do a bit of a fast track, right? Van Gaal gets sacked. Jose comes in, has to build his team. If Solskjaer gets sacked, the Scarf has got a ready-made team there for him. He got a bench ready-made for him. Look, right. Graham Potter does wonders with that team. A Ten Hag does wonders with that side. And the difference is, our side under this season's team under Solskjaer now is better than any of Jordan's teams in the threes. It's the threes. It was there, and it's that good. So I'm leaving with this. I will give Solskjaer, in terms of not time as not for but I am gonna evaluate these 7 league games we've got.
It's make or break. It has to be make or break. The performances have to change as well.
They do, but I expect 5 wins out. 5 wins out of 7 of the bigger. I expect to be top value UCL group, but about the month. I expect us to be comfortably starting top 4. Don't care where. Comfortably. If we are 5th or 6th by November, respectfully, I want him to leave so the new gaffer can come in and somewhat save us. But so that's what I'll leave it on. But I just feel as a United fan somewhat deflated because obviously Ronaldo came, it was joyful, and it's sort of like in a poker game, and you've got I've got all the chips and the money. You play, all of them are there, and you sat there left with nothing. That's how I'm sure you feel. A fan somewhat deflated by.
Yeah. We feel very. I feel the international break actually came at a very good time in the sense that we had 3 very tough games and very stressful games to watch. That Villarreal game, we should never have won that game, and we were lucky we did. Glad we did, but lucky. So 3 very stressful games. The international break sort of been a little bit of just light relief, just to chill for a bit. But let's see where we are in 8 games or 7 games, whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll reevaluate at another point. At that point, I guess.
Of course.
I thank you for coming on the podcast and actually sensibly discussing rather than screaming Ollie out like some people would.
It's all right.
All right. Cheers. Thank you for coming on. Have a nice day, everyone. This will be uploaded on the Tuesday. It's Sunday now. I'm pre-recording this because I think I've got a driving lesson on Tuesday or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to end this now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Harriet. See you later.